Top 5 reasons why not to buy the Yamaha Aerox 155 2026, real opinions, and 3 better alternatives. Today we're going to talk with zero fanboy bias about a sporty scooter that looks sharp, feels quick, and turns heads, but also carries a set of real owner complaints that repeat across countries. Your wallet does not hate speed, it hates takeoff shudder. That strange vibration when you roll on gently, like the transmission hesitates and then grabs, is a recurring complaint in Aerox and NVX owner communities. And when the diagnosis points to the belt drive transmission and clutch, the joke gets expensive because a clutch bell and clutch assembly shows up close to $190 in listings, and then you add a drive belt, labor, and downtime. Even though the voice you hear is not real, we will be totally objective. No brand paid us to praise it or trash it or push you into buying. Stay to the end because I will also give you 3 better alternatives in the same use price neighborhood. Subscribe to the channel and comment what issues you have seen because real owner stories save real money. Let's anchor the facts so we do not mislead anyone. In Colombian spec pages, the Aerox 155 is listed with a 155 cubic centimeter engine, fuel injection, liquid cooling, electric start, anti-lock braking on the front, a seat height around 790 millimeters, a 5.5-liter fuel tank, and a wet weight around 124 kilograms. In official pages for other markets like Yamaha India, the brand also highlights engine technology and features such as connectivity and traction control, depending on version. With that clear, here are the 5 real reasons to think twice. The first reason is the belt drive transmission and that takeoff vibration. On forums and social groups, you will see threads where owners try to fix the shudder, especially when cold or after rain. Some solve it with cleaning, others with new clutch shoes, rollers, or fresh belt. The key point is the pattern. If you want a daily commuter in heavy traffic, that shudder is not a small detail because it can make low-speed control annoying and sometimes sketchy in tight spaces. Quick joke, some scooters launch smooth and some Aerox act like they are choosing between 2 personalities. The second reason is comfort, or the lack of comfort for certain bodies and road conditions. Advice and comparisons from India media mention that the Aerox can feel harsh at the rear, with a thin seat and cramped ergonomics for taller riders, and user comments often repeat the stiff rear suspension complaint. If your roads are rough, that harshness turns into daily fatigue, and that is why many owners end up upgrading the rear shocks. This is not about horsepower, it is about whether you will actually enjoy riding it every day. The third reason is heat and cooling system stress in slow riding. In owner groups, there are cases of Aerox scooters overheating quickly in short stop and go use, with a temperature warning showing it. This becomes worse if the radiator fan does not run or if a fuse issue stops the fan from doing its job. The Yamaha NVX Owner's Manual, which shares a close mechanical base, is clear that overheating requires checking coolant level, looking for leaks, and getting dealer inspection if overheating returns. In simple terms, the system can work well, but it depends on everything being healthy and fully fared scooter traps heat. The fourth reason is coolant leaks and the anxiety of a small drip. There are videos and posts showing coolant leaks on Aerox models, and there are also tutorials on replacing water pump seals for Aerox and Max, which tells you the topic is common enough for owners to learn it. When a leak starts, trust drops fast because you're no longer just riding, you're monitoring fluids like a mechanic. The fifth reason is electronics and service campaigns. In Malaysia, a recall program for certain Yamaha NVX model years involved replacing and upgrading the communication control unit, as reported by Paul Tan. That kind of campaign is a reminder that modules and connectivity are not forever. If you buy used or old stock, you must ask about campaigns and verify service history. Even if your local Aerox version is not identical in features, the ownership reality is similar. Modern scooters rely on modules, sensors, and batteries, and electrical issues often mean diagnosis time and cost. Now, 3 better alternatives with the same urban scooter purpose, close displacement, and similar pricing depending on your market. First, the Honda PCEX 160, because it focuses more on comfort, offers a larger fuel tank, and generally fits longer rides with less. Second, the Yamaha NMAX 155, because it usually delivers a more comfortable daily package with a larger tank, and in some markets it highlights traction controls. Third, the SYM JetX 150, shift because it brings similar displacement with a larger tank and a more practical day-to-day focus if your priority is commuting comfort. Conclusion: the Yamaha Aerox 155 2026 can be fun and fast for its class, but these 5 reasons come straight from recurring owner complaints and real technical realities. If you still want it, test it in slow traffic for heat, test the takeoff for shudder, inspect the cooling system carefully, ask about service campaign, and do not buy in a rush. Subscribe and tell me if yours has been flawless or if it also pulled the takeoff shutter prank right when you wanted to look cool.